National League side Maidenhead United are trying to move Stadium, the Berkshire club, who are semi-professional and up against, for the most part, ex-Football League clubs in the top tier of non-league football, the Vanarama National League. As a part of the club's bid to turn full-time and professionalise and build a suitable stadium for the EFL, the club are looking to leave their current venue, York Road. York Road is recognised by FIFA and the FA as the oldest continuously used senior football ground in the world used by the same club, although not the oldest stadium in the world. That belongs to Hallam FC's Sandygate, which first hosted football in 1860 and has been open since 1804, where it was originally a cricket venue. Still is, by the way. Maidenhead United have played at York Road since 1871, a year after the club was founded in 1870. However, York Road's age makes it unfit for purpose going forward, and expansion of any meaningful capacity is unlikely given the area that the stadium is built in. But the club does have, or did have, a plan to leave the stadium and move to Braywick Park, which is the home of Maidenhead Rugby Club. Plans were initially approved by the local council for a new purpose-built stadium which would have had a capacity of 5,200, but more importantly, bring Maidenhead Stadium up to the standard of the EFL, which would enable them to participate in League 2 should they get promoted. Before we continue, I just want to have a look at the EFL's own rules regarding stadia, as there are 3 different levels of criteria to meet for the EFL. So upon promotion from the National League, the minimum criteria that a club would have to meet according to the EFL's own rules, each ground would have to hold a minimum capacity of 4,000 with the ability to reach 5,000, which York Road would not currently fulfill, although it does hold 4,500 with 550 seated capacity, which does fulfill the minimum rules for the EFL. It's that expansion to 5,000 that would not be possible. That, however, is just the qualification criteria. The rules state that each club has until the 30th of April in its first season to meet the next level of criteria, which is the admission criteria, which states a minimum capacity of 5,000 with a minimum seating capacity of 1,000 and the ability to reach 2,000 if required. Clubs that remain part of the EFL have until April 30th of their 3rd EFL season to meet the membership criteria, which once again a minimum capacity of 5,000 spectators, but this time 2,000 of that 5,000 has to be seated capacity. That doesn't include additional costs such as floodlighting, turnstiles, fan amenities, increased stewarding, dressing rooms, etc., etc. These requirements would not be met by York Road, and in nearly every outcome, expansion or work done on the ground would probably not be given permission. But, as I say, permission was granted for the new stadium, so what's the issue here? Well, the issue is that the permission that was originally granted has now been rescinded by the Royal Borough of Windsor and Maidenhead, as it's blocked the land's release over concerns about the loss of space. Maidenhead United's chief executive John Adams told the BBC, "The reality is our existing ground at York Road is tired and requires significant investment. We need to deliver new and improved facilities. York Road provides us with a town centre site with quite significant value. It creates the opportunity for us to deliver a fantastic new stadium. We have taken legal advice and we believe we have no alternative but to take legal action. We believe there has been a breach of contract." There was a petition to get the council to change its mind, and there were further meetings in December of 2023. However, the outcome of that meeting was not positive for the Magpies faithful. Despite a 2,000-strong petition to the council, they decided to maintain its stance and will continue to block the release of the land. It should also be noted that there are local residents also in favour of the council's decision not to release the land, with more than 1,000 people signing a petition to keep the current amenities as they are, like a running track which is free for public use, children's play area, and of course the facilities for Maidenhead Rugby Club. According to the Maidenhead Advertiser, their local MP, and the only reason I mention this is because its former Prime Minister Theresa May has supported the club in its endeavour to build the new stadium at Braywick Park. In all likeliness, Maidenhead United won't get promoted as a part-time football club in the National League. However, stranger things have happened, and should they get promoted, they would likely have to leave York Road. And with no suitable stadium in Maidenhead to host the likely home matches for Maidenhead United in the EFL, they would probably have to, at a guess, move to either High Wycombe at Adams Park, the home of Wycombe Wanderers, or head down the M4 to Reading and the Medeski Stadium.